Done. That was a great show. What should we call it?
I have some thoughts. In fact, the chat room has a devastatingly long list of titles today.
They were on fire. I noticed that. It
Yeah.
was just like bang S, bang S, bang S the whole day long.
They were
Bang
banging.
S, by the way, is the command you use to send a title in the chat room. That's not secret.
By the way, I wonder if Len is going to be able to even like hold his digital pencil tomorrow after his disappointment.
All I know is my wife made a bet with him, and we have chocolate on the way. So.
All right. Well, how about Credo shot first? I really like.
Apparently, it's an MVNO. I had not heard of them, but yeah.
These are always and like it's just a sign of how unprofessional and terrible I am that I don't read these better, and I don't like I always just run into these names that like I should just run over them and say them how I want so I can keep the flow of things, but then I'm just terrified.
It's that little angel on your shoulder that used to work at a newspaper, and he's saying, Justin, pronouncer file.
No, it's not even that. I wish it were as noble as that. It's really just my fear that I'm going to say something embarrassing and everyone's just going to run me down on Twitter with pitchforks screaming fraud, fraud, fraud. I'm going to get driven through the digital streets like Cersei with the nun behind me.
That's okay. It'll be Chad Johnson's body. So.
The top 10 ways you'll hate the new BuzzFeed app. But that seems a little negative, perhaps.
Yeah, maybe we could spin that a little. I like the idea. Top 10 things you won't believe about the new BuzzFeed app.
Yeah, then there's top 10 things news outlets hate about BuzzFeed.
I feel like that's kind of a cheap shot. That's kind of below the belt when like literally all the news is about how they're not doing like that, and you know they're
And we made that clear.
Sure.
So why not use some clickbait to get people?
It all started with Clippy, I like.
Also, how about this, Tom? I didn't add new in there by myself. New is in the script.
Oh, it is. Okay, that's totally fair. I just want to do. Really, it is. With the FCC's net neutrality rules. New is in the earlier part. You're right, but in the quote, I just wanted to make sure we didn't put words in their mouth. I wrote it wrong. You're absolutely right about that. Because I said new earlier. Yeah. I wrote new. Commissioner's new net neutrality rules. You're right. That's my inaccuracy. But their quote.
Sorry. TVZ gone. I'm like the amiibo that keeps trying to do its job. Revenge of the Zombie Robot Dogs from TVZ gone.
By the way, what a Pixar movie that is! Like
I know
the robot dog that's slowly dying. Like, oh, good God!
And going on a race to find its inventor to find parts. I mean, it's
and the other ones need to die so it lives. Like,
take my parts.
Oh, this is why I did that. I could have totally done the show with you, but I couldn't because I didn't want to cry on camera. Because this goes like straight to my soul. This is like classic Jenny Josephson. Had 100 stuffed animals growing up. Like this is right in the wheelhouse. When you guys were talking about like items, non-physical items that have souls, I was like, they're all still in my bedroom. Like I still have a select portion of them. So yeah, I get it. All right, wait, more titles.
By the way, if you want to get even more into navel-gazy pop philosophy about that kind of stuff, what does it say that I feel an intense personal attachment to my iOS devices, specifically my iPhones, yet I don't care that I get a new one every year because I upload everything into a new version.
Yeah, you're just putting the old mind in a new body.
Exactly, and I don't care about the device. The device goes off to Gazelle. Who cares? My friend still lives in his new house, which is,
If you know what, if only we could do that with each other.
Should we do? But wait, there's more, or should we do the top 10? Should we do the top 10 or no? Should we just?
Well, there's always who F's the EFF, which I kind of really like. Pepper is nothing to sneeze at. One is the loneliest number that could be filled with technology.
What's your favorite, Jenny?
Oh, it's so hard.
You don't have one.
I like Credo shot first, but I would, or it all started with Clippy.
What if it was 100011 is the loneliest number?
I like that. Let's see. Yeah, Tom, you got to make the call because I don't know.
Or what's a popular binary? Like if it just needed stock, ones and zeros to fill in.
Well, that's the problem. A vast number of the people who get that joke will go, but binary for 1 is 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Could do leading indicators 0000001. Do 8 7 zeros and a 1. Show it was you're filling 8 bits.
I'm down with it.
Yeah. Let's do that. Let's do that. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. It's a little bit of a cheat, but that's what we do here in Cardinal Nation.
Hey, I can't talk. I root for the Red Sox. I just stayed out of the whole baseball conversation because I was like, all I'm going to do is mention the Red Sox, and then people are just going to yell at me. So I'm just going to, yeah. So.
By the way, what was I reading?
That the Red Sox are terrible and they shouldn't have given away John Lester, and they're falling into a terrible pit of morass.
It's something that takes place in New York and is being shot in Boston.
Yes.
Which I know they do.
I just saw
but
that.
But it was
thing
like
too.
really iconic thing. I'm like, really? They're shooting that in Boston?
It's a TV series.
Yeah.
I just saw the same thing and had the same.
Seinfeld.
No. When you're walking on the common. No.
No, it's something where like the city is actually integral to the story.
Yes, I know. I just saw the same thing in the feed, and I can't remember what it was.
Is it Law and Order or one of the?
No, it's new.
NCIS.
It's gonna come to me. It was.
No, it's a genre type thing.
It's a genre thing.
Man, I can't remember what it is.
All right, let me look it up because I saw it in Feedly.
And I was like, really? You're shooting that in Boston?
Exactly what you're talking about.
Bang, bam, 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 bam. Binary load lifters
are more something than your something.
They're similar to your evaporators in most ways.
Thank you. I don't know why.
I don't even think I got it. I don't think I nailed it. I was probably a few words off. But that's me doing what Justin was afraid of doing earlier, which is like, don't parade me through the streets about how I got the Star Wars quote.
Shame! Shame! Shame!
Oh man.
Hey guys, I'm gonna break some news here.
Oh,
I've
yeah?
been watching that you guys know there's a Daredevil show on Netflix?
Whoa. Hold on.
Yeah.
I know that Netflix shows me great old movies.
Yeah. No, it's not just for movies anymore. They made this comic called the Daredevil, and turns out now they made a show out of it.
What?
Boy, howdy, is it a hell of a watch?
You mean a TV show like Archie Bunker?
Yeah. Yeah. Those were the days, Tom.
That's amazing.
No, man. So I'm like the latest, and I'm the worst. But it turns out Daredevil is the best, so everything balances out. Because
pretty great.
Welcome.
Good. It's great.
Roger, you just finished it.
I finished it last weekend.
Yeah.
I loved it. It was great. Fantastic.
Might be the best Marvel villain of all time.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's one of the best. I think it's hands down the best Marvel adaptation into small screen or
moisture evaporators. Thank you.
Ever. Like, consider even Avengers. Like comparing and contrasting, Daredevil actually captures the feel of a series and not just a story arc.
Here's what it is in terms of the villainy, is that the best kind of villains, as we learned on The Wire, are people who think they're doing the right thing, right? The best kind of villains are people who think they are right. And so Daredevil owns that concept across all levels of heroes and villainy. It's a conflict between all different kinds of people who think they are all doing what's right for the city. Well, and that is the best.
And it also avoids, because I think that is a trope for which we've seen a lot, and is almost overdone in comic book movies now, is the villain believes that they are really saving the world, right? But they're sociopaths by and large. You know, it's like I believe that what we need to do is murder everybody, and then we can rebuild the world. And it's like, no, okay, you're a serial killer. You're not really doing this.
Pardon the interruption. It's the new Ghostbusters.
Thank you. Thank you.
In Boston?
Being shot in Boston.
Even though it takes place in New York. I wonder if the ghosts come out because of the big dig.
No, it's set in New York, but being shot in Boston.
Oh, I thought you were saying it was like being set in Boston.
No, that would be.
You were saying the city was integral.
Yeah.
Which is odd, because why not shoot in Toronto or Pittsburgh or places that are
Toronto
normally.
and Pittsburgh now look like the WB and the CW.
Yeah.
So in order to get a really authentic city, it always is like follow the tax breaks. Massachusetts had good tax breaks this time around, and so that's where they went. And New York City is oversaturated with all types of vehicles, humans, buildings, and everything. So, but yeah, it's kind of stunning.
It's kind of a surprise that Massachusetts, ponied up for something like that, because they've not historically been a place where they've offered really lucrative tax stuff.
Yeah, I think it's because
it's been wicked hard.
Yeah, it's been wicked hard lately down in Dorchester, and they really need a break.
But I guess they went to New York to shoot, and were told, get out of here. So.
Yeah.
And to answer your question, Justin, I think what really makes... Or your comment about really makes the Kingpin awesome is there's a level of self-doubt about what he's doing. You always see he's not 100% filled with absolution. His public face to his cronies and to his colleagues is that way. But you see him personally, he's always kind of like, maybe I'm not.
Well, I just got through his origin episode. The episode that primarily focuses on him, and it's like everybody involved. It's just I stood up in my hotel room and just applauded my laptop. It was it was so good and such a great use of their ability to be brutal, like the violence, emotional and otherwise, felt so real, and gave you a sense of, really, it's like with Wilson Fisk, they've done what nobody, and I'll be surprised if this gets fixed in Batman vs. Superman, but they've never been able to do with Lex Luthor. Lex Luthor, and not to spoil where that episode ends, but the decision that Wilson Fisk makes at the end of that episode is always, to me, what has separated Lex Luthor from just random bad guy villain of the week, is he understands you need to be the good guy in somebody's narrative beyond your own, and you need to show the world that you are really, really good, that you are a net positive, even if almost more so if you feel like you're going to need to get your hands dirty to get something done.
Well, the thing with Lex Luthor is, just at least in the movies, the way they've always portrayed him, because a lot of those aspects of Wilson Fisk eventually are actually in President Lex Luthor in the comics, but not in the movies.
Yeah.
The thing about the movies is they've always used Lex Luthor as a way to kind of define Superman / Clark Kent. In other words, he's almost like a force of nature. He's there to define the character and not necessarily be defined.
His own character.
Yeah.
Which I think is such a disservice, and it is, and we'll see what the Fantastic Four movie turns out to be, but the two villains that I think are always repeatedly bungled and botched are Lex Luthor and Doctor Doom, because they are fantastic. They're so good for different reasons, and nobody in any big ticket adaptation seems to understand why they're so fascinating and interesting as characters.
I think outside of the Joker from Dark Knight Rises.
Dark Knight.
No, it's
Dark Knight.
Dark Knight.
Ready.
Like there's very few because there's an attitude that you need to keep things, and for cynical reasons you need to keep things very two-dimensional. For one thing, it's because they're easier to translate right into foreign markets because everyone understands who the hero is and who the bad guy is, and you can sell umpteen number of tickets outside of non-English speaking areas because it's a movie. The plot translates well. If you try to do more sophisticated, more nuanced stuff, sometimes a lot of that stuff gets, I think, lost.
But I'm not saying I would say like
or good.
Doctor Doom seems like more of a prescient character overseas than he does in America. Like the foreign power who sets up his own dictatorship. Is something that. Hello.
Oh, sorry. It just all crashed on me.
Yeah.
It crashed on you guys?
Too. Yeah.
Uh-oh. I guess Tom crashed out.
Yeah. Server error.
Good thing that happened after the show.
That's it. That's it. No. That's it. Google doesn't want us to talk about this anymore, apparently.
Google's run by Dr. Doom, apparently.
Apparently. Oh, look at that.
I still want to Tom, I still want to pitch that Star Trek show we were talking about, an idea where we would do a Star Trek show, but not based around either the Federation or Starfleet. It would be
the off-screen
Yes.
Star Trek. Yeah, I like that. Well, we're gonna get out of here before the
Apparently Google wants us to get out of here.
before the server dumps again, because I don't know what this does to the final video anyway. Stay tuned for Tell It Anyway with its sudden but inevitable betrayal celebrating episode 15.